مساء الخير يعطيكم العافية جميعا.
Hello, everyone. First, we would like to thank you for attending this third ARIJ forum session about combating misinformation through DALIL and the DALIL platform. First, I would like to introduce the speakers today. We have Ms. Tulay from Siren. We have Ahmed from Sport, and Haidar from the Checker, and Mr. Jihad from Siren Analytics. Thank you for being here with us. First, I would like to start with a quick explanation about the DALIL project. DALIL project is funded by the EU, a two-year project. It started in 2022. The main objective of the project is to empower fact-checkers and to give the opportunity or to allow for to make AI accessible tools for fact-checking fastly and easily. We have three partners in this project. We have Siren, ARIJ, and the Jordanian Association JOSAT for the open source. I would start with the two main components of the project. First component was to build the capacities of fact-checkers, and the other component was focusing on building the DALIL platform. I would be addressing or giving you an overview of the platform, which involves a number of tools that aims to accelerate the fact-checking process. I would like to hint that the project was being implemented in 7 countries, and by the end of this project, we will end this project. The project will be completed by the end of 2027. I would leave you now with a video that explains the project in the past 2 years, its process, the achievements of the project. So let's watch the video.
يوجد تلوث كبير في المشهد الإعلامي اليوم، ووسائل التواصل الاجتماعي مليئة بخطاب الكراهية والعنف والمعلومات المضللة. وبحسب الحجم الهائل للمعلومات المتداولة عبر الإنترنت، من الصعب جداً تحديد الأخبار الموثوقة. اليوم وأكثر من أي وقت مضى نحتاج لوصول سريع للمعلومات الموثوقة كشرط أساسي لاتخاذ قرارات واعية حول كيفية معالجة التحديات العالمية المتعلقة بالصحة العامة، السلام والبيئة. منصة دليل هدفها مساعدة الناس على مواجهة فوضى المعلومات عبر توفير مجموعة من الأدوات والموارد العملية وتعزيز التعاون بين مدققي المعلومات والصحفيين. منصة دليل تبسط عملية مراقبة المحتوى الإعلامي وتحليله، وهو أمر يتطلب في العادة جهوداً كبيرة. فالمنصة تتيح مراقبة تلقائية لأكثر من 350 وسيلة إعلامية تركز على منطقة الشرق الأوسط وشمال أفريقيا، تجميع وتصنيف المحتوى بفعالية بحسب حجم التداول والموضوع، 10 أدوات مفتوحة المصدر للتحقق من الفيديوهات والصور، وأداة مخصصة لتحليل الخطاب تعمل بتقنية الذكاء الاصطناعي. يشكل التعاون بين دليل والشبكة العربية لمدققي المعلومات AFCN إحدى ركائز المشروع. تمكن منصة دليل أعضاء الشبكة من تقييم كيفية تغطية الأحداث في مختلف أنحاء المنطقة. يقدم المشروع الدعم لأكثر من 30 منظمة منتسبة إلى الشبكة من خلال دورات تدريبية وورش عمل ووضع مبادئ توجيهية للممارسات الفضلة لتسهيل اعتماد نهج مشترك. كما تساعد منصة دليل في إنشاء آلية عمل موحدة لتعزيز التعاون بين مدققي المعلومات والصحفيين. لا تزال مسيرتنا في بدايتها، ونحتاج إلى ملاحظاتكم لتحسين منصتنا. جربوا أدواتنا وشاركوا معنا آراءكم حولها.
شكراً. بس إذا ممكن
Thank you very much. And let's keep the QR code for the DALIL platform on the screen. QR code will be displayed at the end of this presentation. Okay, so that was it in general, the pathway that we were walking through in the past 2 years with Siren and ARIJ. We'll start this session now and I will ask Tulay, please, to give us a demo to show the fact checkers with us here in the room and others in other platforms. How do we use the DALIL platform and how can you make best use of it? Thank you very much, and I hope that you're not fed up with my voice. But as I said earlier, we will present what DALIL is, what DALIL platform, what is its core mandate, how does it facilitate the process of fact checking process. But before we go into this, I would like to remind you of something very important, that anyone who was a fact checker, journalist, anybody who is interested in fact checking disinformation or information can check in, create an account. Account is a free account, and it's a very friendly user. So we'll start with this registration process. I have my own account, so I will log in. As you see, main page, there are three main features that users can make use of. Search. And search is that there's a switch engine which includes the 350 news websites mainly interested in the MENA region, and then monitoring, and also this is the same of that we have the screening from the 350 websites, it equivalent to 300 million plus articles, and then the fact checking, and these are where we have the tools of fact check pictures and so on. So we will start with the search. As I said, we have screen 350 websites. It's very easy to use, and it starts. So we click on search, and we see the results in an unfiltered way. So we get there's no algorithm here, and the searcher can, or the user can, filter according to their needs per country, per there's a number of countries listed here, or maybe filter through the news locations. The other feature is the same data, but but they are displayed in a faster way. It's more effective. Through AI, we were able, and the AI model, we were able to enter them through this AI and list them as shows here. So if I'd like to, I don't have to go into each and every news website, but I can see them as cards, as you see them here displayed as cards. So it's a card that is specified to a certain topic, and the collective number of topics tackle the same thing, or pretty much the same thing. It's about the earthquake that had taken place. I can also, through this, go through the third feature, which is fact checking. It can be accessed through this page through clicking on each of these articles in order to open any of these tools. And the third that was added feature is to monitor the content, to check the volume of information. And it's somehow ambiguous in Telegram, so we check it here, and it's done in an easy way without and through the link. We add the link to this platform, and we can see it as displayed as card, and we'll do the monitoring in a faster way. As for the fact-checking space, this is to create one space. It's like a one-stop shop platform where we can get in here, do our work from A to Z without using any other application or another website. So we can use here 10 tools that are open source tools, so that we use it or show it to other users and use it in one space. So we see the tools for images analysis and OCR, or all fact checkers are familiar with OCR, and also video analysis tools and content tools. analysis tools. So, and what we've come up with is the fact checker of DALIL. Through AI models, we were able to let the user to read between the lines and to identify somehow. It's like do a copy paste from the text box that I have in front of them, and to the AI level. As we see and as we call it propaganda, they will read between the lines and see the capacity of the analysis of that content. We'll see an example on that. And the main feature here is that AI model identifies to the user where did they find something worth checking. So in any segment of that content, I was able to check the influence in it. And so this is how we will have presented to you quickly what DALIL platform does. And actually, DALIL wouldn't have made it to this level, but we made it because of the collaboration done with all partners. They helped us in to employ technology in our disposal and our hands. I would like to thank Josa and ARIJ for helping us in this project. Thank you very much.
One more thing to add. Please try the platform and share with us your own suggestions so that we can improve the platform at your service. Thank you, Toloi. What you were saying is really important. Fact checkers played an important role, and we want to seize this opportunity. We have two fact checkers, Ahmed and Haidar, who will be sharing their own viewpoints about this tool and how to use it. Haidar, as a fact checker from FAHES platform, when DALIL was established, how have you been able to how you were able to use DALIL platform in the best way possible? How was it useful to you? How, like in the best, what was the best practice? Thank you, Tulay, for the introduction. I salute all the audience. Let's all agree that a fact checker and even a journalist would need a number of tools and methodologies while verifying and fact-checking the news. With the presence of such tools and the huge amount of information and the confused information on the digital space, especially at times of war and crisis, all the events taking place, a fact checker and the fact-checking platform would be in a rat race, trying to get hold of all the news, the spread of news. But of course, you can't ignore accuracy. You have to look for evidence in your verification and your fact-checking. So accuracy first, and then speed. Let me tell you that any delay of truth, of spreading the truth, would be risky, especially at crisis time. For example, the latest Israeli war on Gaza, the delay of clarifying certain news items constitutes a big risk or threat, because many people would lose their lives due to a certain rumor. That's why we have the DALIL platform to fill this gap, which is the need for the speed, the need to find and to access all the information at one place so that you'd be able to deal with the news. Us at FAHES, of course, let me introduce FAHES. It's a fact-checking platform in Iraq. It's an initiative by the digital rights. We do fact-checking of the news, and we provide training programs for the journalists on fact-checking. Today, a fact checker at the beginning of the workday, he or she has to know what they need to work on, what's the event that is controlling or that is the hot news of the day. So DALIL would allow for all, the opportunity for all to know the news and the news that can bring all the media outlets who have been dealing with a certain news item without having to resort to other websites or platforms to check or verify if this piece of news has been disseminated or not yet. That's why this is the first benefit for a fact checker that Fahs or Dalil offers. You can check all the information about the news on one platform. The other thing is tools such as the reverse search. There's a Google search, but there is a search also through other platforms or other browsers. So through Dalil, a fact checker doesn't have to resort to another browser to do a reverse search about, for example, one image. Dalil includes all the browsers. In one click, you would get the results about one picture or image, which also saves and actually gives you additional time to invest in other investigative reports. On the other hand, this platform, technically speaking, and the design of the visible or content that can be useful to the investigation is important. Some investigations, a fact checker needs to translate the news or the articles involving statements, data, and details. A fact checker doesn't need through Dalil to go to the Google Translate, for example, or any translation tool or engine. It's within the platform, so it's like a case that involves all the tools. It's a suitcase of or portfolio with all necessary tools useful for the fact checker. So searching for news published at certain times, this is also available on the Dalil platform. A news could have been published a week ago, and we all know that this is a case we can do an advanced search on the browsers. However, it is simplified on the Dalil platform, which is very helpful. It's also in Arabic, so that a fact checker wouldn't find the difficulty knowing the choices or the options offered by this platform. So these are the main things we can address that can be useful. That's why I recommend for a fact checker or fact checking institutions to use this tool so that they can be more productive without delays, or maybe missing any certain or any piece of information that is not available on any other browser. Yeah, the information offered at once by this platform is very useful and very beneficial for the fact checkers. So I recommend it. I highly recommend it. Some other recommendations. Well, let's leave the other recommendations till the end of this session. Thank you, Haidar. I would quote from you that it's one portfolio involving all the tools, all the necessary tools. I would move now to the next point with Mr. Ahmad. Okay, it's a platform that involves all the tools that facilitate and accelerate the information issue. But what are the challenges you've been facing using this platform? You know, it's brand new, or maybe relatively new. It's been there since 2 years. The work that has been done has been very great, and it has a great added value. But we can't say, well, there might still be some challenges facing the fact checkers. So if you would like to share something with us. The timer is making me tense. Okay, regarding our own experience, prior to speaking about the challenges, it is similar to what Haidar talked about, to search for all the things you're interested in one platform. The other thing relating to checking images, text, and videos. Regarding the texts, there has been a development and improvement if this text is biased or not, which is also important because this improvement would help to a huge extent the fact checkers to identify or determine their needs based on the texts, reviewing these texts. This tool would help you, would indicate if, for example, a certain text is suspicious, or if a fact checker has certain speculations, would do to other things and would switch to fact checking to other things. Regarding actually the biggest challenge regarding the AI was on social media was the ability to directly check images or videos on Facebook, Twitter, or any other social media platform. Currently, we think that it is an excellent tool to monitor the electronic websites. This is what is available now, but to make you feel more relaxed, recommendations to search for a tool that can enable us to do our search on social media platforms with the capacity to access the content on this platform or these platforms. In addition, if it's possible to introduce or maybe to involve things that have to do with maps, searching for places, pictures, dates of these pictures, this would also be excellent. This has been a useful experience for us. I believe because of the nature of our work, maybe 1 or 2 years would not cover or would not make us achieve the results, but they would, of course, still cover things that we need to access. So far, so good. I think we have reached a good place, but I'm sure there should be more room for more development and improvement of such tools and this platform. Thank you, Ahmed. I will move to Mr. Jihad. How would you comment, especially regarding the recommendations mentioned by Ahmed? Thank you. I would like to thank each and every one of you here and the fact checkers and the journalists who are working on DALIL. Their role is precious. The way we are working is basically the top-down approach. In order to understand things, we can build through these things. We can build the platform, which is not old, but we need to reach a point where we can meet all the requirements or the necessities. Today, we can see it in a reverse manner. A fact checker today is there's a need, actually, it's a need in the community. This is something that we need to know. There is a need for fact-checking by the community. It's not like a physician, the need for a physician with all the misinformation, the changes, the disinformation. We're not only speaking politics, we can climate change. There's a huge amount of false information. A platform such as DALIL, maybe there is a need for more platforms for social and community security and safety. The API and the social media or the AI with the social media's business has changed nowadays. They're like reselling the data so that they can through the ads, they can make profit. But today, this is the information is insufficient. For example, the X platform, API, is like $40,000 to do connection through API. This is a big problem. But today, we're trying to take or to access the information through ADIs, but with in order to make this connection with the social media, to make the young men and women work in a easier way and to access the information. You know, today the information is not from a newspaper or from a certain website. It's in the social media. It's on Telegram, Instagram, etc. So the spread of information, the spread of false information is also important. But and this is why our role is important, and we play an essential role to on this platform. That she was saying that it's this platform has all the information. But if we speak about your suffering today or your challenges, of course, fact checking and the huge amount of information also organizing these information or getting them in order. Sometimes these information are as data are unstructured. As DALIL, we need to facilitate and make things easy, make the data easy accessible for the fact checkers. This is such a big battle. Fake news is a big battle. So if you don't have the tools to win this battle, then God help us. Thank you so much, Mr. Jihad. I would conclude with a statement that says, it's true with the end of this year, the DALIL project ends, but this doesn't mean that the platform would stop. The platform would continue to exist, would continue to have effort and efforts to develop and improve it so that it serves all the fact checkers and the journalists at the end of the day as much as possible. Thank you so much all. I apologize on behalf of the speakers because we didn't have enough time, but we can stay here a couple more minutes or after the sessions. If you have any questions or inquiries you would like to communicate, we are here available. So thank you so much. I just want to say any person who has any question or any training workshop on Minassa on this platform, we are ready to provide you with the information via email or which way you see is convenient. And we also have the booth here. So thank you so much.